Welcome in, Chipola Nation. I'm Donnie Tyndall, head men's basketball coach here at Chipola College. I've got a couple of my guys with me today. To my left, Markel Freeman. To my right, Tony Baker. Two guys from South Georgia. Both are freshman guards here in our program. But before we get started and get to know these guys a little bit, I want to give you a quick update on our team. We are currently 23-4. The new rankings nationally come out today. Will probably be anywhere from 10 to 12. We are ranked third in the state, and we are currently one game up in the Panhandle Conference in first place. So off to a pretty good start as this thing's winding down, heading into postseason play. We have 2 home games remaining. We hope that you'll get a chance maybe to come out and watch us either tomorrow night, Wednesday night here at home against Pensacola, or the following Saturday, our last game of the season against Tallahassee here at home. Should be 2 good games. So if you haven't been out to watch us play, come out. I think you'll enjoy it. If you have been out there to watch us play, we hope that you'll come back. But let's get started here. Markel Freeman. Markel, let's tell the fans out there, Chipola Nation, where you're from, where you played high school ball, maybe some things you accomplished in high school before you got here to Chipola.
I'm Markel Freeman. I'm from Augusta, Georgia. I played high school basketball at Grovetown High School. I came up on the good program, Coach D, Coach West. We won state my junior year. It was just a very good program around them. And yeah.
Yeah, well, I know you had great coaches, and as you mentioned, you won the state championship as a junior, right? And then your senior year, how far did you go in the state tournament?
My senior year, we just went to the Elite Eight. We fell short.
Okay, got beat in the Elite Eight. That's 2 pretty good years, though, right? In the Elite Eight and a state title. And like I mentioned, you had great high school coaches. You had a lot of good players that have come out of your program. And I've had really good players out of Augusta in my coaching career, so you're just another one in a long list of Augusta Hoopers, man. We're glad you're here, Markel. Tony, tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, and about your high school career a little bit.
I'm Antonio Baker.
There you go.
I went to Johnson High School. I played there 4 years. I had a oh my God. I had a coach my freshman year named Coach Gordon. He left after my freshman season, and I had a new coach named Coach Chuck that came and took over the program. We made it far, like the 3 years he was there in the state tournaments and things like that. We fell short in the Elite Eight my senior year, but that year I won Player of the Year and had great accomplishments throughout the whole season.
That's big time. And you had some great teammates as well. And I know you had great coaches, but to win a state championship, to be the Player of the Year in your conference or in your area, that's a pretty good testament to how good you were and how good your teams were. And I think both of these guys have been very impactful as freshmen. It's hard to be an impact player as a freshman in the Panhandle Conference. This is basically a mid-major Division I league. Just the guys are freshmen and sophomores, and predominantly the all-conference teams year in and year out are sophomore players. And these two guys as freshmen have both taken turns. He started some games for us. Tony started some games for us. They both had multiple games where they've been in double figures and helped our team win. So these guys are going to be Division I basketball players, no ands, ifs, or buts about it. I think a lot of it will be determined what level and how high they go this offseason, how much progress they make. But they've had really good freshman years to this point, and we hope that they'll help us down the stretch and hopefully playing for a state championship and maybe a national championship. Now, Markel, back to you. You know, you talked about your high school coach. Outside of basketball, give me one person that's been really, really influential to you in your life. Could be maybe a teacher, you're a parent, a cousin, somebody, and tell me why that person was so impactful in your life.
Well, I have 2. That's fine. I have 2.
Yeah.
My mom and my dad, they very impactful in my life because they motivate me, they push me. Like they never give up on me. Like when I'm down, they push me. They tell me to keep going. Your time come. Just be patient. So yeah, them 2 most.
Well, that's awesome that you got 2, right?
Yes,
A lot of people aren't quite as fortunate to have 2 parents that are always there and always supportive, and that's great. I think the biggest thing is the little bit I've gotten to know your parents, I think they have an understanding that this stuff we do is hard. It's hard. It's hard. Everybody is challenged at some point in time. Like we tell our team, and I tell my players every year, if it was easy, everybody would do this. So when you have people in your corner like your mom and dad that are supportive and tell you what you need to hear sometimes, not always what you want to hear, what you need to hear, that's important. So that's pretty cool. I feel the same way about my mom and dad. How about you, Tony?
I would say my mom, because she just support me so much, and she got me like wherever I needed to be, and like she do everything for me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Moms are special, and I tell our team all the time, I don't care how old you are, your mom is that one person in your life. I'm 53 years old, and they still kind of got you around their finger. When they need something, you try to be there because they've always been there for us. So that's pretty cool that you're that close to your parents with both of you guys. Now tell me this. When you got to Chipola, you made your choice. I'm sure both of you chose Chipola because of Coach Tendo. We don't have to get into that, right? But I'm joking. But with that being said, you chose Chipola for a reason. Whatever the reason was, that's great. You get here. Tony, let's go back to you. Give me one pleasant surprise that you found out about Chipola that maybe you didn't know during the recruiting process, that once you got here, you're like, man, that's pretty cool. I'm glad I'm here.
Really just your coaching and how honest you are with all the players and things like that.
Yeah.
I really love that.
So you like the directness, you like the honesty, maybe not at all times, right? But you understand it's for your benefit and for your own good, right? What about the fans? Did you think we'd have as good of fans as we had at this level before you came?
Yeah, the fans are very supporting, and they always out at the game supporting us and showing us love, and I really appreciate that as well.
Yeah. How about you?
Same what Tony said, your coaching, how you give everybody a chance, and the fans, they're pretty nice. Like, for this community, I didn't know they was going to travel with us, like that Tallahassee game.
Yeah.
Yeah, how we was dapping everybody up in the crowd, that was pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. At this level, let's be honest, you go to some junior college gyms, there'll be 30 people in the stands total. You come to our games, you're going to have 500, 600, 700 there about every night. Some nights a couple thousand. And then the really cool thing, as you just mentioned, Kel, when you go on the road, we'll have a lot of times more fans than the home team, which is pretty cool. It's great to walk out there or jog out there for opening tip and see that we have more fans in the stands than the opponent on the road, which is pretty cool. And again, that's a testament to Chipola basketball and the proud tradition that we have and the community that rallies behind us. All right, I always give the guys a chance to ask Coach DT a question. We'll start with you, Markel. It can't be anything too tricky or hard, but you got a question that maybe you'd want to ask the fans, maybe would want to have an answer for?
Yeah, I got a question. Question for you, DT. How do you feel about the season and the players, how we grew, and the record and like all the ups and downs? I just want to know how you feel about it.
Well, I feel almost like we've had 3 seasons already. I said from the very beginning of the season and talking with my staff and some of our close fans that I felt like this could be our best team. And then the first day of school, literally, Gerald breaks his foot. He's out 6 weeks. You were out a couple weeks. Tony breaks his heel or has a stress fracture in his heel, misses the first 15 games. JJ was out for 3 weeks. Zacho was out for a month. Greedy was out for a couple weeks. We just could never get our team whole and complete. And we were playing well enough to win, but we weren't playing as well as I thought we could yet. We were 19-1. We had finally got everybody healthy, and I thought that our team was really starting to take shape to make a run at this state national tournament. And Sammy tears up his toe in his foot, has surgery, and is out for the season. So I'm sitting there saying, holy cow, now we've got to readjust. We played early without guys that were hurt, okay? Get our team right. Everybody gets healthy. Now we feel really good. That's season 2. And then Sammy gets hurt and is out for the season, who's our point guard, and the ball's been in his hands a lot. So now we started our 3rd season within 1 season, and we're finally starting to play. We lost 3 out of 4 without him initially, but now we've won 3 in a row, and I think you guys and the rest of our team is kind of finding their way without him. So I feel really good about our team, to answer your question, but those ups and downs have been tough to deal with. But like I always say, that's adversity. You got to be able to handle it and deal with it. To our team, your guys' credit, we've done that. What about you, T? You got a question?
Yes. What is your favorite thing about coaching this Chipola team?
I think the biggest thing I love about coaching is being able to impact young people both on and off the floor. I love to watch and see you got better with the ball in your hands. You don't turn it over as much. I love to see the fact that you're now staying square defensively better and keeping the ball in front a little bit better than you were early in the year. I take pride in those things, but I also take a lot of pride in knowing that you're doing a great job in the classroom, that you're doing a great job in school, and that your mom and dad, your mom can be proud of that. So I take a lot of pride in developing young men away from basketball. And I talk to these guys all the time about life lessons, and that's important to me. It's not just about basketball. Certainly we eat, sleep, and drink the game, but it's also about helping these guys grow and move on to bigger and better things, which I know both of these guys are going to have very, very bright futures when they leave Chipola later on in life. All right, last question. Give me your individual goal as the season wraps up and a team goal that maybe you'll share with our fans.
Of course, the team goal is getting to Hutch and winning that national championship. But I feel like an individual goal for me is just to keep getting better and improving on the things that I'm not as good as right now. And like for the next seasons to come, I'll just show progression, more progression.
Good. What about you, Cal?
A team to win state, national, to finish the season out right. An individual is to get better, perfect my game, and to grow as a person.
Good. Well, Chipola Nation, 2 bright up-and-coming stars here in the Chipola basketball program, Markel Freeman, Tony Baker. They've helped us win a bunch of games. Hopefully they'll help us finish this thing up strong. We're glad you could join us today. Again, we hope you'll come out and watch our last 2 home games, Pensacola on Wednesday night, Tallahassee the following Saturday. We've got 3 games left overall. If we win all 3, we'll be Panhandle champs for the 4th straight year. So come out and support these young men. We appreciate you, and go Indians.